Hurricane Dorian slammed into the Bahamas September 1st as an incredibly powerful Category 5 storm. Then it stalled out above the islands for hours, tearing apart homes, businesses, and lives. All of us in Florida have a lot to learn when it comes to what happened before, during, and after this storm hit the Bahamas. So we sent 8 on your sides, Jeff Patterson, for a first-hand look at this. And Jeff, I know you've been to many hurricanes. How does this one compare?
Well, Keith, the Bahamas are made up of more than 700 different islands. In Nassau, there's still a thriving tourist economy and virtually no damage. But we flew from Nassau and then took a ferry into an island in the Abacos, and we found horrific destruction.
This is what is left of Hopetown on Elbow Cay in the northern end of the Bahamas. Once a pristine slice of heaven with colorful British colonial homes. Floridians have seen hurricane damage before, but seldom like this. The fury and absolute power of Mother Nature in the form of a powerful Category 5 hurricane ripped apart buildings and shattered lives. We walked down a narrow road in Hopetown, littered with boats and belongings and remnants of buildings. Homes that have lasted for generations are now on their sides, and the cleanup has a long way to go. As we walked through town, I noticed a woman wearing a Tampa Bay Rays hat surrounded by rubble. The woman is Jen Walker from Lakeland. She's seen destruction from Charlie, Francis, Michael, and Irma, and now, like everyone else here, she can add Dorian.
People's lives have been completely uprooted. Homes, communities have been flattened.
Jen knows, like every Floridian, when these people tell her they've lost everything, their lives are busted, but not broken.
But I will say this, despite it all, they all have a smile on their face. And they all say, we're alive, it's a new day, and we're gonna be stronger.
But one iconic feature of the island is up and running again. The lighthouse in Hopetown is one of the most recognizable features of the Abaco Islands and one of the last operational kerosene-fueled lighthouses anywhere in the world.
Anyone who's ever been to Hopetown or been to the Abacos relates to that lighthouse.
Lifelong island residents worked hard to restore the lighthouse, even before they worked to restore some of their own homes.
That candy-striped lighthouse is a beacon of hope.
Having the lighthouse working again gave hope to Hopetown.
So when that lighthouse came back on, it was monumental.
It's just beautiful there, even with the destruction. The Bahamian government says nearly 800 people remain in shelters. The numbers of missing and dead are disputed. Many of the people who survived the storm are saying that they lost loved ones. Officially, only about 60 people dead.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. And the video you just showed me is still a beautiful place. And this woman, Jen, who went down there, and others who have been trying to help, people want to do something. And is there anything left? What can we do?
Yeah, I asked them specifically about that, Keith. The one thing they say they don't need is diapers. They have an entire shipping container down there full of diapers on Little Elbow Cay where there's not a lot of small children. So they're going to try to get that to an area that does need it. They need heavy equipment. They need people with expertise to clear out the debris. They need to put electricity back into the island. And so then they can begin the long process of rebuilding.
And that's the way it usually goes. All of that destruction, and then it rebuilds, oftentimes better than it was before. We hope that's the case here. Yeah. Thank you for sharing the story with us, Jeff. And you just saw in Jeff's story there just a fraction of the devastation in the Bahamas. You can see our exclusive drone video and a photo gallery by going to our WFLA website and app.